Hey, here, Jason, word to the wise. Just wanted to make a video, and I've been making a lot of them in the morning, but it's becoming harder and harder. And I have to say, I'm probably under a lot of spiritual attacks. Today at work, I walked around with my iPhone listening to YouTube videos as I was working, and every single time they said Jesus or heaven or anything that seemed at the key point word of somebody's, video, as soon as they would say something highly religious, the video right after that word would cut off. So I'm realizing that more and more my our information is dwindling, and before we don't have that opportunity anymore, I feel that we need to get as much information out to as many people as possible. And before this, I just want to start with a thing of deception. People talk about our work in the body of Christ, and I want to say that I feel that my part in the body is to point out deceptions, people being deceived, whether they don't realize it or they are doing it on purpose. And I can't really judge that part of it unless people sit there and want to battle about it through emails and that kind of thing. I've never really talked to anybody personally on most of these things, but that is what I've gotten out of this, because probably for the last 10 years I have been a heavy ufologist, and I would try to prove to people and show people the things that they don't realize that are happening, and I was being deceived, and I was helping to deceive other people, and I feel that I was called out of that as I was leading people more astray in the deception that they wanted us to be deceived with. And I kept seeing numbers 22s around me all the time, and I never knew why, even though it was my birthday. But it just, maybe it was one of those things just coincidentally that I kept seeing and seeing and seeing and seeing, and then I started looking into it, and I started realizing it meant a lot more than that, which is a whole another video. But even now, every day I hear somebody talking about it, 22s, 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 and it just seems amazing to me now. And I haven't really been able to formulate things because I keep trying to go off into other things, and it's harder to get into other things when I feel that my knowledge of picking out these deceits is my speciality. Not speciality, I'm better at it than I am at most other things. I made a comment to somebody's videos today that they were talking about this whole Venezuela thing that's happening, and I respect the guy for his work, and I think he does a great job, and he's very helpful in informing us, the other people in the world, of the things that are happening. But he kept boasting about Trump, and the thing people don't realize about Trump is that if you think that Trump is fighting for us, he's not. I know a lot of people probably won't like that, but at the same time, if you think that he brought on that lawyer, Brett Kavanaugh, and one of the things he said in the main part in August last year was that he was bringing him on to help overturn Roe versus Wade and the abortion laws, and he's going to bring, which got a lot of cheers from the crowd. People loved that. And then all of a sudden Kavanaugh got thrown to the wolves by a bunch of women and left-wingers and stuff like that had like 80-something cases of sexual misconduct, harassment, assault, rape, all these things that came up. And for months he was battling that while they were slipping abortion laws underneath him to get them out of the way before he got onto the Supreme Court. And as soon as he was on, they were done. But at the same time, they had the Tower of or the Arch of Baal in the lawn of the White House while this witch hunt was going on with Brett Kavanaugh. And as soon as he got himself finally in, he seemed so mentally exhausted, or whichever it could be, he didn't mention anything about anything to deal with women's rights or problems or any of that stuff. So they definitely tore into him well. And what happened this last New York abortion law, a whole government shutdown was happening while they were doing that. So that is the 2 cents I have on the whole abortion issue, if you look into that. And now I've heard that Vermont and West Virginia want to jump on board with this law. So anyway, let's get back to the deceit. And what I want people to realize is that they want to get you going one way or the other, to find one guy right and the other guy wrong. So let me just pull up here. Proverbs 4:27. Let's see. That's the King James Version. Do not turn not to the right hand or to the left. And I found this while I was, the whole, I think the midterms were coming, and everybody was right wing, left wing, right wing, left wing. And I said, all of a sudden I came across this. I said, this is exactly what this is. Turn not to the right hand nor to the left, but remove thy foot from evil. And then you go below that, there's the Christian Standard Bible. Do not turn to the right or to the left, but keep your feet away from evil. The Contemporary English Version. Don't make a mistake by turning to the right or the left. Don't make the mistake of choosing either side, because that's not what we're supposed to do here. The Good News Translation. Avoid evil and walk straight ahead. Do not go one step off the right way. I mean, this is all just the same verse in different Bible versions, and it's every one is just pretty spot on, because that's what they want you to do with this whole Venezuela thing and all these other issues that are going on constantly, is to choose a side. And right now, there's no side that's going to be the right side on the right or the left. So then I typed in deception into the Bible Hub search bar, and I got a couple different verses and things, but I came across Titus 1, which is really amazing too. Hold to the faith, and I think this is the Christian Standard Bible, which I thought had a really nice way of putting everything. So Titus 1:10, verse 10. For there are many rebellious people, full of empty talk and deceptions, especially those from the circumcision party. It is necessary to silence them. They are ruining entire households by teaching what they shouldn't in order to get money dishonestly. One of their very own prophets said, Cretians are always liars, evil beasts, lazy gluttons. This testimony is true. For this reason rebuke them sharply, so they may be sound in the faith and may not pay attention to Jewish myths and the commands of people who reject the truth. To the pure everything is pure, but to those who are defiled and unbelieving nothing is pure. In fact, both their mind and conscience are defiled. They claim to know God, but they deny him by their works. They are detestable, disobedient, and unfit for any good work. So I just wanted to put this together real quick to understand what you're going to be seeing in the news. And I believe that time is running short, because everything that the Bible said about the wars that are to happen in the end times, the sides are all teaming up, exactly the same sides. Egypt, with Israel, Russia, Iran, Turkey, and I'm trying to get into deciphering Daniel 11 right now, which is really tricky because of the wording, but I feel that is very prophetic right now also, and I'm going to keep looking into that. But I just want to put this together and say, do not let any man deceive you, because the world wants you to choose a side, but God says keep on the path, if you know what I'm saying. So stay strong in the Lord, and we got to keep walking. So God bless. Going to bed. Hopefully we'll try to get more videos out in the morning, because that seems when I'm more sharp and everything is fires off much faster. It's just hard to hold on to a video all day before I can upload it. So God bless. See you guys all later.